Farming gold in WoW Classic can get quite tedious at times and can be either hit or miss if you don't have the right tools for the job. In this video, we're going to go over some add-ons that help you farm gold more efficiently so you can increase your gold profits. First up, we have KiwiFarm. This add-on shows a tooltip that you can move anywhere on your interface and shows you the amount of gold per hour via syncing it up with other auction house price add-ons like Auctionator or Trade Skill Master, which we will talk about shortly. Once you start the session, it shows you the amount of gold you make from farming, especially the gold per hour, which is the most important. You can pick a spot to farm, spend a little while farming some mobs, and then you can see your expected gold per hour output. Definitely a very good add-on since you can make the most out of your hourly profit. Next up, we have Trade Skill Master. In order to get the most out of this add-on, you need to download the desktop application from TSM's website, as well as the add-on itself from CurseForge. Once you have both installed and the desktop's data is synced with your in-game add-on, you will be able to see the minimum buyout price on any item you hover over. It also gives a different auction house UI which lets you browse the auction house, use advanced browsing options, and even run post and cancel scans of different items. My favorite thing about this add-on is if I have a bunch of green items in my bags, I can come into the auction tab, click on all the greens that I have, and run a post scan. It will run a scan for every item and either undercut the competition or post it at its market value if no other of the same item are on the auction house. Another great feature of this add-on, probably the most important, is if you have crafting professions. For example, I have alchemy, I can see the potential profit of items if I were to invest in the materials from the auction house, craft the item, and then post them on the auction house to sell for a profit. Like I said, you do have to invest money to make money, but this is a great part about the add-on since it shows you your potential profit. Here I bought the materials needed to make Mighty Rage potions. I make them and then sell them on the auction house for 40 silver. Does not seem like a lot, but after selling multiple stacks, the gold starts to add up. It's a good way to flip items and get gold passively. The third add-on we have is Auctionator. Similar to TSM, however, this lets you do a full scan of the auction house in-game rather than syncing it up with a desktop application like TSM. After, it shows you the auction house value of any item you hover over, just like TSM does. The great thing about this add-on is it's similar in design to the WoW UI, and it basically makes the auction house a little easier to use when it comes to shopping for items. You can even make shopping lists of items that are of interest to you. It's even easier when it comes to posting stacks of items, which I personally like, because after I craft a bunch of items or farm something like Elemental Earth, I can come into the auction house and post my items with ease instead of manually posting each stack. You can also see the canceling tab, which shows you if you have been undercut, and also the pending gold you're about to receive from any of the items that you have sold. When it comes to using both TSM and Auctionator, I like to use both. I have found that if I am shopping for specific items like a formula, pattern, or even armor, I find that using TSM can be easier. Auctionator, however, I like to use for its selling tab. It's a lot easier to post stacks of materials I have just farmed, or if I have just crafted a bunch of profession items that I want to sell. Auctionator is also very useful with its shopping lists, since you can quickly see the price of any item you add to that list instead of manually searching for each and every one. TSM can get a lot more in-depth with making groups of items and setting the minimum and maximum price in that group, as well as undercutting amounts, but I personally don't use the group features, though it can be useful if you want to get more in-depth. When using both add-ons, I pretty much shop with TSM, and if I have a bunch of green or blue item drops, then I will use TSM to post them. If I am posting a bunch of farmed materials or I need to see the price of specific materials in a shopping list, I will use Auctionator. The last add-on we will be talking about is GatherMate 2. This lets you export data from places like Wowhead into it, so you can see every gatherable node on your map and minimap. You do need to download the separate GatherMate 2 data from Wowhead for this to work properly. Once installed, you head into your game add-on settings, expand GatherMate 2, click on the Import tab, and then check which databases you want to import. I have Max Herbalism, so I check that, then import the Wowhead data. Next, what I do, since I only want to farm max level herbs, is go to Filters and only select the herbs I want to see on my map. then I can only see things like Black Lotus and Silithus or Plague Loom in Eastern Plaguelands. Very useful add-on to help players efficiently farm nodes, rather than just blindly running around hoping to find that Black Lotus. Let me know in the comments what you think of these add-ons. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic WoW content, and thanks so much for watching. Good luck and happy farming.
Come back here.
Just bring the rack.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, right here.
Bring them to the rack.
Heal me, heal me, heal me.